Hello everybody and welcome. Guitar Guru Jeff here. How are you doing today? I hope you said great, because today I'm going to tackle something that I've seen a lot of in the past, and that's students quitting the guitar way too early, just giving up way too early before they even realize that they can develop a talent. Today we're going to be focusing on 4 struggle areas. I'm going to give you 4 tips plus a bonus 5th tip on how to avoid this frustration and push through. Before we dive in, please let me know in the comment section below what, if any, frustrations you're currently experiencing with the guitar. I'd love to know and I'd love to help you. All right, let's explore some of these common mistakes and let's talk about some solutions to make sure that they don't take us down. Number 1, lack of progress. Mistake. Many students feel discouraged when they don't see improvement quickly enough. Now, we all know that everything in life that's worth anything takes time. So what can we do about this? Well, I often tell students when they come into lesson, let's set a small goal. Let's set something that we can maybe accomplish in 1 week, like getting down a chord, like maybe just mastering a very, very simple riff. And over time, when you start to gain confidence, setting longer term goals are great. But for now, let's keep those goals shorter so you can be and feel successful. Number 2, physical discomfort or pain. Well, it does take a little bit of pressure to press down on these strings. We all know that when we're first starting off on the guitar, your fingers get a little bit sore. But let's talk about how we can mitigate this a little bit with an extra light gauge string. Now, strings come in different thicknesses. They are all measured by whatever the thickness of the first string is. So we have what are called 13 gauge, 12 gauge, 11 gauge, and extra light, which are 10 gauge, which are the lightest. I happen to be using, and I happen to have on my guitar right now, silk and steel strings, and they are extra light because I prefer that. Strings do make a big difference. You know, if you have thicker strings and you go to press down, it's going to be harder for you to press down on the string. So I suggest getting a lighter gauge string to make it easier. All right, next would be practice in short sessions regularly. Make sure when you're practicing you don't do too much at one time. It's just like if you're going to start off in exercise and you're going to do weightlifting. You don't want to do too much at once. You could really hurt yourself, right? So when we're practicing the guitar, what I tell students every day, no more than 15 minutes, and then just put the instrument down. You have to give your fingers a chance to recover, right? One more tip added to that would be press closer to the metal parts. You know, when we're playing the guitar, we can press anywhere between both of the metal parts to get the note that we want to sound. But if you press closer to the metal part, it doesn't take as much pressure and it won't hurt your fingers as much. All right, so make sure to make your guitar play much easier, make sure that your guitar has a suitable string height or guitar action. Action on a guitar just refers to how high the strings are from the fretboard. Now, I have some students that will come into the lesson with a guitar that was given to them, or a guitar that they found in their mom's attic that's been sitting there for the past 20 years. And they go to play and they don't realize, I couldn't even play that guitar. The string action's so high off that fretboard, it takes way too much pressure to press it down. So make sure you take your guitar to someone who knows what they're doing, a certified luthier or Guitar Center or someplace like that, where they can adjust the string height to make sure that it's not too high and it's much easier to play. Number 3, boredom with your practice. Well, it's really important when you first start on the guitar to always stay as close as you can to what inspires you and motivates you to want to play the guitar. For me early on, this was listening to a lot of my favorite rock musicians, and I would sit for hours and listen to that music and then want to pick up my guitar to emulate it. This is really, really important. Inspiration is key when you first start playing. Now, in the early stages, if you get with an instructor that insists that you learn how to note read and only has you learn how to note read and doesn't have you learn to play by ear, it's not a great thing. It's not really good to start off the guitar just working on theory and just working on note reading only. As a matter of fact, it's not even something that's very important until the later stages of playing. So I recommend you keep yourself engaged by staying in touch with what motivates you. Number 4, unrealistic expectations. This is a really huge mistake with a lot of beginners. They often set the bar so high that no one can achieve that in a week's time or even a month's time, and they start to feel really inadequate. Well, what can we do about this? Well, let's have a reality check. Let's take a moment and reflect on where you're at right now versus where you want to be. Make sure you work with an instructor who can help you set those goals so that they're far enough away from you for you to achieve, but not so far where it's discouraging to get there. And above all, the 5th and final frustration that I notice with students is they're just not keeping things into perspective. For this, I recommend you keep a practice journal. A practice journal is really going to help you grow as a musician, and for me it did because it helped me track my progress, it helped me identify patterns in my practicing sessions, it helped me build really good habits, helped me be accountable with my instructor as I would show him the time I was putting in, and it also helped improving the recall of the lessons that I would just learn. So a lot of times I would get out of my lesson and I would immediately journal what I'm supposed to work on, or I'd have my instructor write in it. And also for reflection, I would look back over time and see how I've grown and how I've gotten better from challenge to challenge, which really helped me boost confidence and helped me move forward. And that wraps it up. I'd like to thank you for watching today. We didn't do much playing, but we did cover a topic that's very near and dear to my heart, and that's students that quit the guitar way too early. Remember to set small goals and stay motivated and celebrate your progress. Use a lighter gauge of string to reduce the discomfort and keep your practice engaging by mixing up the songs and techniques. Make sure you manage your expectations. Remember, it's okay to be a beginner. Reflect on your journey and embrace the process. Lastly, keep a practice journal. This can help you track your progress and build effective habits. Now, if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Happy playing, and see you in the next lesson.